Well, I'm joined here by Meinhard Benn, who is the founder of SatoshiPay. How are you doing?
I'm very good today, thank you very much.
Not at all, thank you for joining us. Now tell me, Meinhard, this is your first EIG, or have you been here before?
I have been in London to the Totally Gaming, so
cool.
That was just my first contact with the whole industry, but yeah, it made me come back for sure.
Fantastic, and you're obviously a very big advocate for the Bitcoin currency. It's a really exciting time for Bitcoin, because obviously we've seen this huge boom a couple of years ago where the value was over 1,000 cents, right?
Euros, 1,000 euros.
So, apologies, 1,000 euros, and it's now come to this point where it's sort of simmered down a bit, but it's now gaining traction again, and it's looking like a viable, serious payment option.
Yes, it's a deciding moment. It really went down, and now the infrastructure, the ecosystem is growing a lot. And in terms of price, we don't know really where it's going, but the infrastructure is growing everywhere, and like it's going into new areas. It takes some time also for regulation to come in, and that's kind of happening now. So it's developing slowly, but it's still there. It's not going to go away.
And well, I think you're right, and also the benefits are huge, aren't they? I mean, when it comes to privacy and stability, do you think this is the future, certainly for gaming as we know it?
It will always serve at least a niche, and hopefully, that's my hope, of course, become mainstream, not just in gaming, but beyond. And when I travel, I want to use Bitcoins everywhere I go. But right now, it's the very early beginnings. You know, it's really just the start, and it's difficult to predict, but of course, otherwise I wouldn't work in that field. I have great hopes for the future.
What I find interesting argument is that obviously people are quite sensitive about, especially their money, and traveling, and they like to have a good understanding of their money and how economy works, at least to some sort of degree. Where's it coming from? How do I send it? Do you think there's going to be a sort of a learning curve to adopting a new worldwide currency?
For sure. I mean, I don't think people really understand how money as a
right.
global system works.
I definitely don't.
They know the interface quite well because they grow up with it. And with Bitcoin, it's much easier to explain in the background, but the front ends are much more difficult to use at this point. So the front ends need to be easier to use, and once that happens, I think even for the mainstream, it's going to be much easier to use that. But yeah, there is a learning curve, and also a lot of work needs to be done to make it easier to use.
And to educate
as well, yeah.
So SatoshiPay, what do you guys really specialize in?
Well, we specialize in very, very small payments. We don't call them micropayments even, we call them nano payments.
For 1 cent or less, I've got here.
Yes. So that's really an unsolved problem, so we solve that for once. We kind of make it possible to transact amounts below 1 cent, even like a tenth or a hundredth of a cent. That's possible with our technology. And also we solve the kind of friction that you have in conducting these kind of payments. So what we build as a first application of this is a content payment mechanism. So you can, with one click or zero click, just pay for one article on the web, or like one small digital good item. That's what we built.
Fantastic. And where can people go to find out more about SatoshiPay?
SatoshiPay.io, that's our website.
Cool.
And we're just about to launch. It's very early but we have already promising talks with content publishers, and we were going to go live on Halloween, and that's going to be fun.
Good choice. And who would you like to hear from? Is anyone specific that you are looking to speak to?
Yes, so if you want to transact small amounts and also have cross-border payments, of course, and we didn't look at the gambling space as a customer yet, but anything kind of in digital goods, like small digital goods that you want to sell in a rapid succession or like in increments, that's really what we're looking for. It's very abstract, but I'm sure the right people will know, if they want to talk to us or not.
Well, I've got to tell you, I normally steer clear from committing personally to my opinion on things, but I feel quite confident in saying that I love the ethos behind Bitcoin. I think it's liberating, I think it's logical, it's secure, and I think it probably is the future. So I want to thank you so much, excuse me, very much for spending the time with me.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.